Meet new friends, have fun, and grow your recipe collection. Welcome to Epic Mom Life. I am your host, Kara Peterson. This show is sponsored by The Possum's Tale, a unique book adventure for your 6 to 12-year-old child. Let's jump into today's show. Meet new friends, have fun, and grow your recipe collection. Start a recipe club. Recipe clubs are just like book clubs. They are primarily meant to bring people together. It is easier to have people meet regularly when there is a theme or a purpose. When you meet with the intention of sharing tried and true fabulous recipes, everyone has fun tasting new foods and gets to connect with others. So how do you start a recipe club? In the wake of COVID, it seems like everything has been moved online, and many people are used to this online space. Yes, you can absolutely have a recipe club online. In my opinion, however, it is not nearly as impactful or fun. You will not get to actually taste new food or physically get to connect with others. So this video is meant to show you how to start a recipe club in person. Number one, reason. What is the purpose of your recipe club? Will it be centered around a specific type of food? Vegetarian, keto, healthy, these are all food-specific themes. Or will it be a specific way of preparing the meal? For example, 30 minutes or less, or crock pot, Instapot, freezer meals, meals kids love. These are all ways to prepare. It helps to know what your focus is because depending on your niche, this may attract many, but it may also tell others that they are clearly not meant for this group. 2, invite people. How will people know about and join your club? First, come up with a title that says it all, like Kids Love to Eat at Recipe Club. Then send out to friends, family, neighbors, coworkers, your children's friends' parents, etc. You can send an evite, create a social media event, and invite in that tried and true way, but very old-fashioned way, the paper invite. Know about how many your ideal number is for the group and whether or not other people can invite others. I like about 12 in the group. I like about 12 people in the group because I do a recipe club using the rotation style, and this means each person only has to host once a year. 12 is not such a big number that it is difficult to cook for, though. 3, format and location. You can schedule this club a lot of different ways. Your prospective members will want to know when it meets, how often, the time, and the location. I recommend meeting on the same day once a month. For example, the third Wednesday of each month. Since you are eating together, you can have it meet at 6 o'clock. This should give everyone time to get to the location after work. There are different ways of handling the locations. I like having everyone be responsible for hosting the club once a year. This way, it is not such a huge burden to just one person. You can have the person who organized the recipe club always have it at their house. This is a lot of work. When you rotate hosts, the host is then also responsible for sending an email out about 1 week before the event, even though it is always on the, for example, third Wednesday of the month, but people forget. The host also reminds people what the theme is and gives directions to their house. 4, share recipes. How will you share the recipes? The rotation method. Have the host change monthly. The host then makes a meal and enough recipe cards so that everyone gets to take one home. Instead of recipe cards, you can also set up a Google document where everyone shares their recipes and they can be copied by each person individually on their own printer at home. Potluck method. You can have the host change monthly or have a permanent host for this method. Each person then brings a meal to share and the recipe cards, like 12 cards, or input the Google document to go with it. Hybrid. It seems like I always love the hybrid. It seems when you take a little bit of this and a little bit of that, it's always the best option. In the rotation method, it takes each person 1 full year to get 11 new recipes. But the commitment and the work for each person is much less. In the potluck method, each person gets 122 new recipes at the end of the year. I love this. However, every month they need to fix a meal for 12 and have it ready to be at that home by 6 o'clock. This can be really difficult if you have a family or work. I like using the rotation method, but also having everyone input a recipe with that theme and Google or bring recipe cards. So you only get to taste 1 new recipe each month, but you still get 122 new recipe cards for the year. You can also talk about all of the new recipes at the club that night. So even if you don't bring your recipe, for example, I make a really good chicken potluck salad. So everybody loves this chicken salad, and it's made with cabbage, and it's a cold salad, and I make it for almost every single mom who gets out of the hospital because everybody else is making pasta. I could easily bring the recipe card for this and talk about it, but I don't have to actually bring it to taste. Whereas at my time to host, I would probably do my crock pot mac and cheese because it seems like a funny recipe, so I would want people to taste it because invariably I bring this with the chicken salad for all of the kids because the kids usually love the mac and cheese. Just have fun and be sure to share what your kiddos liked and how you changed the recipes in your group. The entire reason you are meeting is to grow your recipe repertoire and to have a lot of fun with others. Creating a recipe club creates a fun and enjoyable experience around something many consider a chore. You may be surprised at how many people are excited to receive your invite so that they can get great new ideas, connect with others, and turn a must-do into a fun time. This week's movie quote: "Good food is like music you can taste, color you can smell. There is excellence all around you. You need only be aware to stop and savor it." Chef Gusteau. If you are hearing this message, you've listened to the entire episode, and for that, I want to send you a huge thank you. Please leave me a comment or review and share with other moms you know. Get in touch in the comments or on Kara's social media networks. See you next week for a new episode.